Village Song, written by Sarojini Naidu. About the poet Sarojini Naidu, 13 February 1879 to 2 March 1949, was born in a middle-class Bengali family settled in Hyderabad and was the eldest of 8 children. Her father, R.Bhuyan Chattopadhyay, an eminent professor of chemistry at Nizam's College, was a poet, philosopher, scientist, social reformer, and teacher all rolled into one. Her mother, Barada Sundari, was a good musician who had to her credit many lyrical compositions in Bengali. The family followed the tenets of the Brahmo Samas. Sarojini and her siblings thus grew up in an atmosphere of culture and refinement. Sarojini was educated in Hyderabad and Madras. In spite of poor health, she did extremely well in her studies. She took to writing poetry at an early age, and her work reflected her mature outlook on life. The ultimate death of her brother made her realize the transitoriness of life. She then turned to the world of nature to overcome this loss. This depressing experience was fortunately balanced when she met Dr. Govindarajalu Naidu, whom she later married. After her marriage, she lived a happy and content life, but the desire to look beyond the narrow limit of the personal pleasures was very strong. The strongest of these was that of patriotism, and she responded to the call of the motherland with all her heart. She was perhaps the most prominent woman among the leaders of the mass movement who fought for the independence of India. Closely associated with the nationalist movement, Sarojini Naidu tried to spread her personal observations through her books. Her first volume of the verse The Golden Threshold was published in 1905, which was followed by The Bird of Time in 1912 and The Broken Wing in 1917. Her poetry was intensely emotional and lyrical, reflecting the deep influence of the Romantic poets. Her life and career took a new direction after she met Mahatma Gandhi in 1914. She plunged into active politics and participated in all the movements with other freedom fighters. She became the first president of the Indian National Congress, and after independence was also appointed the first woman governor of Uttar Pradesh. Her death in March 1949 was mourned by millions of Indians. This is the poem written by Sarojini Naidu. Full are my pictures and far to carry, long is the way and long. Why, oh, why was I tempted to tarry? Lulled by the boatswain's song, swiftly the shadows of night are falling. Here, oh, here is the white crane calling. Is it the wild owl's cry? There are not tender moonbeams to light me. If in the darkness the serpent should bite me, or if an evil spirit should smite me, rum re rum, I shall die. My brother will murmur, why doth she linger? My mother will wait and weep, saying, O safe may the great gods bring her, the Jamuna's waters are deep. The Jamuna's waters rush by so quickly, the shadow of evening gathered so thickly, like black birds in the sky. Oh, if a storm break, what will betide me? Safe from the lightning, where shall I hide me? Unless those succor my footsteps and guide me, rum re rum, I shall die. The summary of the poem Village Song is that it is a folk song which was a part of Sarojini Naidu's second volume of poem, The Bird of Time. This is rustic and describes the daily custom followed by the Indian village woman and fetching home that daily pitchers of water from a long distance. The village girl in the poem has filled her pitcher with water from the Jamuna river and is returning home. The way to her home is lonely and she is afraid as darkness is approaching rapidly. She regrets giving in to both men. The hooting of the white crane frightens her and makes her think that it is the hooting of the owl. With no moonlight to guide her, she is afraid that some serpent might sting her. Brought up in a remote Indian village where beliefs in folk superstitions is strong, she feared that evil spirits haunting the place would cast wicked charms on her and she would die. The exclamation Ram Re Ram is a typical exclamation uttered by Indian men and women in moments of fear or excitement. The serpent and the evil spirits also represent the invisible danger inherent in modern society. The background of the lyrics may have been provided by the popular Radha Krishna myth, which is known even in most remote villages of the Indian. Personal safety is not her only concern. She is worried that her delay would trouble her parents and her brother. Her mother would be weeping and praying to the gods to protect her daughter and to bring her home safely. Her brothers would be anxious to know that the reason for her delay. All are aware of the dangers associated with mighty rivers like the Yamuna. The comparisons of the associated with a mighty river like the Yamuna. The comparison of the associate increasing darkness to blackbirds gathering in the sky suggestive of the fear and anxiety of the maiden. The maiden is afraid that very soon there will be a storm and lightning may strike her. Helpless against all these inherent dangers, she prays to God to protect and guide her home safely. The maiden's deep and unwavering faith in Lord Rama's is asserted in the last line as she exclaims, Ram Re Ram, I shall die in the hope that her saviors will rescue her from death. Thank you.